Hey there, it's Big Tony over here at NatG, coming at you with a little War Robots action. We are on the factory map. We're playing my favorite mode, Beacon Rush. We've got the phone out, we've charged it up, and we're going to run some Ochos for you guys, because that's the topic of today's video, is the Ochokochi, and is it going to be viable in 9.7? Now, of course, this is not 9.7 that we're playing right now, but the next bot I'm going to drop is my unknown Ochokochi. This one here has, this is a 60% damage reduction, or excuse me, DOT reduction build right here. MK3, Beastie Ochokochi. Now, my unknown is in the MK2 category, so it only gets 40% damage reduction as far as DOT goes. And I tell you what, that is exactly how high MK3 is going to be when 9.7 drops. It is at that 40% DOT reduction damage. So we're going to run that. As you can see, MK3 with that full DOT, damage resistance reduction is keeping this thing alive because all the damage hitting this is being turned into DOT. So, over half of it right now is being just ignored. Now, in the next update, an MK3 bot is not going to ignore over half of the damage. It's going to ignore only under half of it. It's only going to be 40%. That's going to be huge. So let's go ahead, let's drop the unknown for you guys. And let's go ahead and give this a run here. Let's go ahead and give this guy a little love over the top here. Hey buddy, how's it going? Let's give you a little bit of smack damage here. Let's throw you up against the wall. Now he's going to retaliate. So, and as you can see, of course, there's not going to be a lot of, it's only half the damage from the, the magnetic pulses of the repulsor here. So it's going to be a little slower killing things, especially when you come in brawling like this. But I'm running weapons on here that aren't even reduced. These are not the tamers and the dampers. So this is kind of the weaponry I'm going to be running. This is the weaponry I'm going to be running in 9.7. As you can see, I stood up very well against that Ochokochi, and we're going to give this guy a little love over here as well. So it begs to ask, is the Ocho still going to be viable after 9.7 drops? Yeah, it's going to. It's going to be just a little bit less annoying. It's still going to have a lot of impact on the battlefield, and it's still going to be run left and right by a lot of people. Now, the Curry is probably going to pick up a little bit of the load, and of course, the brand new teleporting bot ought to be entertaining as well. The I just like to call the Super Scorpion, because it's going to be absolutely nasty, I think. Let's give this a little love right here. And I talked about this a little bit in my last video. This is my other Ocho. This is an MK3 Ocho. And, of course, I've got on here, this is rust weapons, and we're just chewing things up right now. Now, half the damage, or a third of the damage is going to be taken away from this after the update drops. Which is going to make, they're still going to be playable, they're just not going to be the super advantage that they used to be. And that's where I'm going to be running, more than a few of my builds are going to be having alternative weapons. And, of course, you might want to watch my video that I posted, I think it was 2 days ago, or a day and a half, a day ago maybe, where I talk about alternative weapons. You might want to check that out. So, let's get this guy a little love. Let's get him out of here first, and then we'll work on the Heimdall behind us. Goodbye, you big old nasty Fenrir. You're out of here. And now let's go ahead and work on the Heimdall. We got, up in the corner, we got something sitting up there. We'll get him too in a second. Just gotta get rid of him. Let's go ahead and mute this guy up there. And give him the love. And get the godlike. Goodbye. You are gone. Oh, here we go. Comes the Nodens. As you can see, Ocho is just, seriously. You might as well call it a Titan. For as durable as it is, as much damage as it lays down, it might as well be a Titan. Because it goes nose to nose with all of them. So, there's another Titan there. Oh my gosh, this thing is just absolutely crazy. So, my little next prognostication for you guys is, after 9.7, in 9.8, Ocho's going to get another nerf. And I think you're going to be seeing I think its cooldown time is going to be, greatly increased. Because they're going to do what they did with the Angler. And they nerfed the Angler like 3-4 times before they finally were satisfied they just knocked it into the ground. Living Legend, come on. Load up. Another Living Legend, sweet. They're going to do the same thing to the Ocho, because the Angler was a super bot in its meta, and this is the super bot in this meta, and they're going to just absolutely drill the daylights out of it. And if things kind of hold true like the Angler did. I still run the Angler in my second hanger, and it still does a pretty decent job. I mean, it can still hold its own in Champion League. It's not as good as it used to be, but you got to have a little bit of tactical know-how to make it work now. And that is exactly what I think is going to happen to the Ocho. It's going to become slower. It's not going to become as durable. You're not going to be able to just brawl. You get a couple moments of brawling when that ability is active. But once it wears off, you're going to have a long period of time, I think, in 9.8 and 9.9. You're going to have a longer time to get this thing back into its special abilities. You're going to have to know how to do some tactical work to make this thing sing on the battlefield still. So let's go ahead and get this guy out of here. Man, we are just pounding it out here. We got some really good kills going here. Now, do I think you're going to be seeing the same kind of kills that you get right now with the Ocho after the next update? 9.7, we'll see. I think it's going to be still kind of comparable, but I don't think you're going to see any real on the battlefield impact as far as it really being knocked down until 9.8 or 9.9. I just don't see it. Not until then. Alrighty, what a pounder. Just absolutely ripped through these guys. Just a fun one. Of course, if you like what you're seeing and hearing, make sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate it. Alright, let's take a look here. I just want a quick score. Oh, we're going to watch a video. Okay, I didn't need the video because I actually have premium. So, 16 kills, 7 beacons, 2 captures. What a pounder. Alrighty, guys. Stay safe and healthy. Watch out for each other. I'll catch you on the battlefield.